Have you ever held a simple coin in your hand and wondered if it might be worth more than just 25 cents? Well, the 1970 Washington quarter is one such coin that has sparked curiosity, fascination, and even excitement among collectors and treasure hunters. Though at first glance it may seem like an ordinary piece of pocket change, the 1970 quarter holds a unique place in American coinage history. It carries subtle secrets, potential value, and remarkable stories behind its minting. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. Originally meant to be a one-year commemorative issue, its popularity led to it becoming a permanent fixture in American currency. By the time 1970 arrived, the Washington quarter had already undergone significant changes, most notably, the removal of silver from its composition in 1965 due to rising silver prices and high minting costs. Therefore, the 1970 Washington quarter, like its immediate predecessors from 1965 onward, was struck in a clad composition, featuring an outer layer of copper-nickel bonded to a core of pure copper. The 1970 Washington quarter follows the same design template introduced in 1932. The obverse features a left-facing portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Above his head is the word Liberty, with the phrase "In God We Trust" to the left and the date 1970 beneath his neckline. The reverse displays a majestic bald eagle perched on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing military readiness, with olive branches beneath it, signifying peace. The words "United States of America" arch across the top, and the denomination quarter dollar is inscribed at the bottom. The national motto, E Pluribus Unum, appears above the eagle. The 1970 Washington quarter was minted at two main facilities. The Philadelphia Mint struck coins without a mint mark, and the Denver Mint produced coins with a D mint mark on the obverse, just to the right of the ribbon in Washington's hair. But here's where it gets really interesting. There is a rare and highly sought-after proof version of the 1970 quarter that was struck at the San Francisco Mint, with an S mint mark, and it hides a secret. Among coin collectors and numismatists, the most famous and valuable version of the 1970 quarter is the 1970 S-proof quarter struck on a 1941 Canadian quarter. Yes, you read that right. This incredibly rare error coin was accidentally, or perhaps intentionally, struck on a 1941 silver Canadian quarter planchet. The underlying design of the Canadian coin is still partially visible beneath the U.S. design, making it a dramatic and exciting minting anomaly. Only a handful of these error coins are known to exist, and one of them sold for over $35,000 at auction. This error coin is considered one of the holy grails for modern coin error collectors. It's the kind of coin that reminds us how minting processes are not always perfect, and that imperfections can sometimes create something truly extraordinary. Besides the Canadian overstrike, there are several types of error coins from 1970 that collectors prize. Off-center strikes occur when the planchet is not correctly aligned during the minting process, resulting in part of the design being missing. Doubled dies happen when the coin die itself is improperly created with a doubled image, leading to a coin that appears to have doubled lettering or imagery. Clipped planchets are the result of a miscut blank, which leaves the quarter with a curved or missing edge. Though these coins are rarer than standard 1970 quarters, their values can range from $20 to several $100s, depending on the type and severity of the error. In terms of regular circulation coins, the 1970 quarter is not rare. Over 136 million were struck at the Denver Mint alone. However, condition is key. If a coin has been heavily circulated, it's usually worth no more than face value. But if it's in uncirculated or mint state condition, its value increases, particularly for collectors who want high-grade specimens. Some high-grade 1970 D quarters in MS67 condition or higher have sold for $250 to $500 depending on demand, luster, strike quality, and eye appeal. The condition or grade of a coin plays a crucial role in its value. Circulated coins in very good to extremely fine condition are usually worth between 25 cents to 50 cents. These are very common and hold little premium over face value. Uncirculated examples in mint state 60 to 63 condition are valued around $1 to $5. These coins may have minor marks or dullness but are still attractive. Coins in higher mint state, like MS64 to MS66, are valued between $10 to $100 and show great luster with few marks. Premium grade examples in MS67 and above can fetch $150 and more. Proofs from 1970 S range from $3 to $20 for standard versions. However, the 1970 S-Proof over 1941 Canadian quarter can sell between $25,000 and $45,000, depending on visibility and clarity of the overstrike.